Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. This is an interesting thing today. This is, as you can read, a Starcraft figure, and it says Starcraft 2 there. Now, this is printed back to front, so actually on the camera it's easier for me to read, so that's quite unusual. It's supposed to be 1/18 scale, and it looks to be articulated, but it's small for 1/18, very small. And I can see that one of the joints has come out, so I'm hoping it's not actually broken. I've never played Starcraft, so I've no idea who this is or what character or army or faction or anything this guy is from. There's not much details in the box, just says Starcraft 2 Business Entertainment, and that's pretty much it. So let me crack this open and see what it's like. Now there is some tape at the top. Slice that. And let's see. Yeah, definitely small if it's 1/18. Very simple, spit out the way. Here's the figure. Yeah, his joints come out. Oh, it's a ball joint, that's easy. And this hand here is a ball joint as well, which should be easy, I hope. Very, very loose on that. That's the one that came. Yeah, too loose. Let's see about this one, how tight this can go in. Okay, that's tight. That's okay. And then this hand, let's try. It looks like the plastic has deteriorated slightly around the top. That could be why it doesn't fit. Maybe it's just a reject since it's printed back to front. And plus isn't very good, so it could be why. Oh, he's put his hand in the wrong way around. Let's try again. Okay. Quite is really falling apart to bits. So, yeah, very, very loose joints on these hands here, and the arm is falling apart. Definitely not 1/18, too small. There is a bend in the. Oh, blimey, that is really quite bad. There is a bend in the elbow, but only a small bend. It'll pop out a joint otherwise, which is a shame. Let's do it that way. So we can't really get a good range of motion. Now he's supposed to hold his gun, it would appear, crosswise, since his hand is made for that here. That's going to pop his hand out of a joint. Looks pretty cool. Articulate. The gun is just basic, and it appears to be connected to his hand. So you could take that out, but it's going to be a bit of a job. So articulation. There's no upwards on the shoulders. There is a ball joint on the elbow here for a small forwards. The shoulder just goes up, and a small ball joint on the elbow again. The waist, there is a torso twist. Hips are on a ball joint, so he goes a little bit out. Forwards and backwards is acceptable. He does have double kneecaps, but it looks to be really stiff. Like that is okay. That one's moving. This bottom one's not moving. Let's look at the other leg. Okay. Bottom one's moving and the top one is not moving. The opposite here on this leg here. Very, very stiff. I should really do hot water treatment on these first. Okay, that is the maximum he can get on his double kneecaps because the sculpt does get in the way on the behind part. Let's have a look again. Okay, so now it's moving there. Ankles, there's a rock, there's no turn, there's no side to side. And there's his hip joint popping out. Yeah, it's not a toy, it's more like one of those things you might get with promotional game package or something. Maybe someone knows who's got one, I don't know. Looks pretty cool, but there's no paint on the face there. It's got some articulation, but the quality is quite low, as you can see, but it looks cool. it shan't be added to my collection. This will be used, or parts of it will be used in the customs later on, particularly the legs. Let's pop those legs off a second. If I get a figure, let me see which figure. Let me take this Fortnite figure here. This is Carbine, I think. That's not a bad match. I get his leg off easily. But his leg's not wanting to come off because he's being a good action figure. I couldn't make the legs fit as is. You'd have to do quite a bit of modding on this, but that's not difficult modding actually, to be fair. You would have to shave a lot of the top off or file it down, and you'd have to put some like PVA glue on the inside of the circle to build up thin layers so it'd grip. But you could get the Carbine with some rock solid big chunky armor legs if you wanted, and they are about the right size for him, which is pretty cool. But the figure, the upper body is very, very small. So if I put these legs back on, you get an idea of how small he is for 118. Get this to stand up straight. Despite being so chunky, he's pretty tiny. He's not even like a true 3.75. He would be actually smaller. Just that with the armor makes him that sort of 3.75 inch. I got it quite cheap, so I'm not that disappointed. But just the fact that he looks... He's got a twist on his arm as well, sorry. Just that he looks cool, just that he's got really bad articulation and the scaling is wrong. But in terms of parts, it is a win for those legs, because those legs are really nice. Bit of modding on that, and you've got some really good legs with some big feet which are very stable, and you've got not great range of motion in the legs, but you get to about 90 degrees, which is acceptable, and you've got a good forwards and backwards in the feet, or quite good forwards, backwards in the feet. Not bad. Good for doing your own doing customs work, you know. If you want to make your own sort of a Warhammer 40k figure, this would be a good place to start from, perhaps. You know, you could work on that and build it up, but yeah, not bad. Or make your own Starcraft 2 figure. Obviously, you could start using these legs. Upper body, I would be tempted, there we go, remove the backpack, which I've done. I'll be tempted to split that, take the head out, and then put a different, bigger head coming out. So if any suitable heads around here. So if I take off this head here, see, something like that head here could work really well if it was coming out of there. So I get us to hold this in place and have a look. Or a robot head could come out of there, and that would look really quite cool. You actually get a nice little custom going there. So in terms of custom options, yeah, I think that's definitely worth the money, because you've got great legs and you can use the upper body for something, though I would be splitting it, taking the head out, taking the shoulders out, because there's no lateral raise on the shoulders. Then modifying that so it did have a lateral raise, putting back together, getting some different legs on there. We use these ones, I get something. Building up the lower body so it's longer, so it's like a better scale, and you've got a nice sort of robot there. But that's actually really, you know, even customizing, that's a really long and big job, but I think that could be worth it for the end results, because the parts you're starting with are pretty nice. And you'd use that backpack again. I'd use it on the same figure actually. I don't think I'd change it to anything else, since it's a double peg one. That's upside down, other way. Oh no, that was the right way, my mistake. Looks cool, but the quality is pretty shocking, and it falls apart very, very easily. Particularly the forearms and the hand, as you saw, especially this one here. So I'll put it in again. And the fixing hand part is easy. That's not a difficult job. And still maintain the little articulation. But it's not really worth it on the figure. Unless you're a huge Starcraft fan. He looks cool. And there goes the hand again. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back soon with more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Stay happy and keep collecting. Please click on the notifications icon, the one like a bell, to stay up to date with the latest uploads and reviews, etc. Okay? Bye-bye.